Alright everybody, welcome back to the TGIF stream. I'm Skyview Ben, and I'm coming at you from our studio here in Omaha, Nebraska. This is for the BattleBears fans out there. I want to introduce our friend here, Maddix. You may know him, heard his work, and experienced his work over the years. Maddix was our first BattleBears composer. Turn this down, but we're listening to one of his latest tracks. This is You and Static Soul. The title is Beneath the Bump. Beneath the Bump. Right. Turn this down a bit so we can hear us talk. So just in case we were coming in hot on the mic, which I typically do. So for all you who are joining us, this is Ben and Maddix here in Omaha at the Skyview studio, and we are playing some of Maddix's latest stuff. And you have heard his stuff before in the games of BattleBears Zombies, BattleBears -1, and actually some stuff from BattleBears Royale as well.
Yeah.
So you know the main menu music? That was evolved from one of Maddix's first tracks. So we're going to be talking about music, with the BattleBears music, and go back in time a bit in terms of what you experienced in the past, in terms of what was it like working with us, and where some of the crazy ideas came from, and the way Maddix and us met. We were just kind of connected to a friend via friend.
More or less, yeah.
Happened to be in Omaha, and we've been involved in a lot of different projects prior to that. So yeah, can you tell us a bit more about the backstory on that?
Yeah, so I've kind of totally, over the past couple current years, I've totally transitioned to experimenting with my love for hip-hop and DJing and being a scratch DJ and writing beats and recording MCs. But before that, I also play guitar. And I was really into writing rock, electronic, industrial music when the opportunity was presented to me to meet this wonderful individual here and take a look at the games that he was working on. And the immediate thing that I saw that my brain attached to was the apocalypse, post-apocalypse, and that's always been a concept that when I used to write rock, metal, electronic, that was something that was always kind of in the back of my brain. So the moment I saw the direction the games were heading, I was like, oh my gosh, my brain's exploding with ideas already. And I think I showed you some of the things I had already written that I already thought would work great in the games, and so a lot of things that I actually had in my vault per se fit perfectly in BattleBears Zombies, and that's where we went with most of the direction. Were songs that I had already written just magically fit perfectly already. We're like,
hey, check this out.
Perfect.
Shout out to Mingo, who says, oh my gosh, Maddix was one of my first inspirations to be a music producer.
Wow, thank you so much for that.
Go Maddix.
All right.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Mingo.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Shout out to Orion, Freyday, Distortion, Dark Pepe. Good to see you back here. I Despise. Good to see you here. What's up, everybody?
Thanks for joining us.
Air Breathing Human. We're here with Maddix, and Maddix is going to be he's telling us about the backstory on BattleBears, and I didn't know you had that. I mean, your music
just for
zombies. That. Yeah, just for BattleBears Zombies.
So that's how it was perfect. I still remember the first song that I sent you, which got me the meeting with you. And that was during the very first boss in BattleBears Zombies, is where you eventually placed that song.
That's right.
That got me the meeting, that got me the gig with you guys in the first place.
That's right.
The very first boss in Zombies, that's the song.
So if you all don't remember, here is Maddix. Here, for those of you hardcore BattleBears fans, I found a few of these left. These are the original CD covers from the song, and you'll see Maddix's name plastered all over. He was involved on almost every track. Bear With Me, The Berserker, Colbert, Zombie Bears. And you remember the Zombocalypse at the end, and how we gave you a challenge, right? It's like we need 3 to 5 minutes tracks that need to loop seamlessly. And I remember it was done on a really short time frame. So, but we're gonna ask you, can you sign these for us?
Absolutely.
And we're gonna give them out as prizes to some of the most loyal fans. So,
yeah, sounds
so
great.
if you want one of these, enter. Say that you want it in the comments on YouTube and subscribe, and we'll hand this out to everybody who, as long as we have 4 of them here. So
yeah, that'd be my pleasure.
Yeah, Maddix will sign it. There's a Sharpie over there when you can. Or we can do it afterwards. We'll do it afterwards.
See if I'm getting all excited.
Cool. I know. So yeah, really excited to have you here, and everyone.
My pleasure. It's been a couple years. Me and Ben just hung out for an hour and caught up and spilled our brains all over each other, our creative brains.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna hang out with you guys.
Gonna hang out, and I'm trying to get Maddix to help us out as much as he can on BattleBears 2. But we'll wait and see. He's a really busy guy. So, but we talked a bit about that, and I still have to share with you a lot of the stuff in terms of the maps and things that we'll be using, so that we can essentially that's how we approach it, right? We give you an overview of what is happening on the level, and then you kind of go back to your studio, whip something up, then you send it over to us, and then most of the time Maddix hits it out of the park. I don't know if it's just happenstance or serendipitous.
It was just I was able to just wrap my brain around your concepts really well.
Cool.
And that's where a lot of that creativity came from. It just made perfect sense to me, and that's kind of rare that you come across something like that. Cool. Which is why I did 3 games with them.
Cool. Yeah, 3 games. Yeah. Hopefully 4.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right.
See.
Well, let's we got a special treat for everybody. First off, I want to show a video of some of Maddix's latest work, so you can see Maddix in action. So what we're gonna do.
So all of those old songs, I played all the guitar, I programmed all the drums, I played all the bass, and I programmed all the electronics. I did all of that myself.
Like a one-man, literally almost a one-man. Some of the first BattleBears songs, this is all you. It's all you, top to bottom. Yep. That still amazes me.
So I've kind of transitioned since. I've gotten into the DJing realm and producing rappers and recording a lot of rappers. But I wanted to get creative, and so what he's about to show you, I wrote, recorded, and produced everything. And some good friends of mine did a music video with me. Their company is called Obscure Diamond, and they recorded me performing my track live, and we made a music video out of it.
Cool.
So,
all right, so we're gonna get it rolling here, and let's switch this over here, and we'll post the link to the YouTube so y'all can watch it as well.
Thank you.
Here you go. Here's Maddix in action, everybody. And we'll turn it up. So you can commentate along as you see fit. But let's let the track roll for a bit. And again, I love Maddix's style, his range. He can do a whole slew of different styles. So we'll post it here in the comment section. Check it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Give it a thumbs up. So where was this filmed?
This was filmed in, it's called the Boiler Room. About 48. The whole idea was I should be able to perform the whole thing live. And that's the way I wrote it, and that's the way I designed the song. And
I see your notes. I see my notes on this. Maddix, as much as I'm a proponent of digital technology, Maddix has a great blend. He doesn't have a Mac with his camera for his like, it's all there it goes. Nice. Awesome, Maddix. That's cool.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna move from that. Hope you guys like that. That was a great song. How many of you would like that on BattleBears 2? Hey, there I see. Sound, yeah, BattleBears -1. I saw that. Yeah. Hey, thank you very much.
Of
all
course.
Right. So, all right, so we're gonna play another track here. Pause this real quick. All right, so we're gonna play a track here.
So which one were you thinking of doing next?
I want to play the hidden track. You mentioned that there was a track.
Yes. Okay.
That one?
So,
all right, so tell us the story on this one.
Right before we started the live stream, I told Ben, hey, so I have a surprise for you. And I told him that some of the songs that made the BattleBears games, just for fun, I've brought vocalists from around town down to collaborate with me and sing over these songs. So I actually brought him a song that was on, I believe it was on the BattleBears -1 soundtrack. If any of you are familiar with that soundtrack, you have it or have listened to it, this will be one of those songs with my friend Jeremy Krieg. Is a metal vocalist around town and came down and had fun collaborating and singing over this instrumental that was on the BattleBears -1 soundtrack. So
Cool.
we're gonna spin that for these guys.
All right, let's play it. Let's get it rolling.
There we go.
So you might recognize it. A lot of talent in the Midwest here.
One song.
All right, here we go. So we don't get killed. It's last bear's game, so all it takes is one shot for me to get killed. Alright, so everybody for joining us late, we have Maddix here playing us some long lost tracks from the BattleBears archive. Maddix was our first BattleBears composer. And we owe a lot of our success to Maddix. If it wasn't for the music in BattleBears and Zombies, who knows? We're really glad we found it.
That's way too good. Way too good.
Hey, as George Lucas said, music and sound is half the thing. You like his Legos? He's dropping Legos. So oh, watch out. Let's stop that. Let's go through the barriers. I need a better weapon. Ah! I'm dead. All right. So let's hop over to another track. So tell me about this one. We're gonna play another track called Ultra Combo. Tell us about Ultra Combo.
So I thought the gamer community would really like this. There is a really talented MC in town. His name's Danny Orion. And his wordplay is just off the charts. He's incredible. And I've been fortunate to do a good amount of work with him. I thought the gaming community in particular would love this song because the song is called Ultra Combo, number 1. And so basically he's, in a sense, rapping braggadocio about how his wordplay, the way that he locks rhymes and rhyming schemes and patterns together are like performing ultra combos. And I thought everyone would really like a lot of the sound effects that I did for that. And we just had a lot of fun doing this song. And it's just great rapping bars over a really great video game-like beat, and I just thought everyone would like it, so I brought it along with me.
Alright, let's take a quick listen. Oh, it's volume.
Eardrums to unique closed captions, sales of rail guns, mail funds, eye captain. Speaker slap, I map out no slapping. Good dude, that's true, but energy can black it. Night shift, brave word, burn your boys, gas you up, slaying heroes like Matheson Courier. I be coastline dreaming, nice and tight. I mean the ghost sights see demons, and I believe that if a guy lies from the line down bleed, man, I'll claim it was nice to meet him. And that's just how the real do. I just want y'all to be true and be the real you. Apparitions run the show is see through. Go blow for blow with machine can overheat too. Got it. What they can, what they won't. Hit him with the ultra combo, tell him you gotta have it, yo.
Hit him with the ultra combo.
Hit him with the ultra combo, tell him
I like it.
what they can, what they won't. Hit him with the ultra combo, tell him.
Come on, we want this for BattleBears 2. We want this for BattleBears 2. You like this? Yeah, we got pop this.
There you go. It's not stock bullets for a dead dog. A Templar after gold like a video
What's up,
game
Fire?
hedgehog. And that's just the start. I bark on the tracks, sing the rug, leave the mark. Try to pretend I don't exist. Leave me off your list. But no denying that Orion will smack me, bitch.
BBR graded
Wayne
snipe
Brady
mag.
got hands on me. Call me mixed with Godzilla, there's no stopping me. Stay on your hacks, these cats try to bob and weave. It's been a while since I've released the real me, see. I just wanted to speak and see what's
Sound a
garbled.
bit
Put
like
a wake
British.
up combo to wake up
Yeah,
tomorrow.
right. His voice reminds me of British.
Rappers they claim that they're both smoke dope, hoax till the brain's broke. Got it. What they can, what they won't. Hit them with the
Ultimate
ultra
Bear
combo.
says you can have the match taking place that night in the urban center. Yeah, I agree. That's a great idea. With some street lights and some cars. I agree. That's great. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Bob wants us to join. We're gonna bring in the live stream voice chat on Discord. Hey everybody. Hey. Yo, what's up?
Hey, there you are.
BattleBears Nation. Special guest today, as you can see. We can bring you into Discord. Everybody on YouTube, if you want to join the chat, join discord.gg/bb.
Hi.
B.
Hey, Maddix.
Hi. Everybody say hi to Matt. Hey! Look at we gotta post this up. Maddix. Yo, what's up? Yeah, we gotta get this in. Too legit. Here we go. We got gifts. We got gifts and more, everybody.
Oh, that's amazing.
Check that out.
Thank you.
Maddix, actually,
So much going on.
Maddix,
Yo.
in your music videos, the camera work was superb. I really like the camera work.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, my friends in Obscure Diamond knocked that video out of the park. I couldn't believe it the first time I saw what they did with that. I was absolutely amazed. So
It
thank
was
you.
very cool.
Thank you.
It was really nice.
Yes.
On. Yeah, you guys have any questions for Maddix?
Yeah, shoot me with anything.
Yeah,
if you
shoot
guys
me.
got anything.
Hey, who all wants Maddix to do the BattleBears 2 soundtrack?
That would be cool.
Yeah. Who wants Maddix to do the BattleBears 2 soundtrack?
Mix of like a bunch of different people to like celebrate all the games.
Yeah.
Like a third of them could be Maddix, and then a third of them could be like other guys or whatever. Or maybe just half or something.
I want some rock.
You want some rock?
Maybe
Okay.
ones, who made the stuff for soundtrack for BBR?
BBR was a combination of artists. Maddix's stuff was the underlying thing that drove it. So yeah, you're talking to the master, you all.
Oh boy. Okay, cool. Yeah, do that. Like half of them similar to the BBR and BBG soundtracks, and then the rest of them can be Maddix. I think that should be fun.
Does anybody have any favorite artists out there that or DJs and such that you guys listen to that you recommend us to reference?
Carpenter Brett.
But he's like probably extremely expensive.
No, it's okay.
I'm not
But
sure about
we're just
Carpenter Brett.
looking like what styles you guys are digging and such.
Vaporwave, maybe rock. Get some rock in. I feel like rock would really suit the maybe some samba.
If there's ever gonna be any rock, it has to be Into the Earth of Nature. Oh, I found a gift for Mute Ethan.
Yeah, Mute Ethan.
Yeah, man.
Why do I hear myself on the screen?
Okay, yeah, Mute Ethan.
Yeah, you gotta mute your listen on headphones. So we got just a quick shout out to everybody here.
Nick, Ethan,
Oh man.
Cool Uncle Sam, Skyroo, Assassin Ace, Beast, Bob Sunspill, Chocolate Thunder, Ethan, Fire, Fried Pickles,
how's it going,
Reverend Cheese of the Voo, Nick Holland Garlic, and we're here with Maddix,
Yeah.
BattleBears' first composer. And shout out to the YouTube crew for joining us. Alright. Oh, what's that? Alright. Yeah, post up. You got one person on Photoshop. It gets kind of crazy.
Hey, Maddix, can you make some K-pop for Garlic?
Can you make some K-pop for Garlic?
Oh no, not that joke again.
I haven't tried to produce any K-pop yet at this point, but I definitely have a friend who's he plays a lot of K-pop when I hang out with her, so it might inspire me to try something different someday.
We're continuing to listen to Ultracom, one of Maddix's works. I like this one a lot, actually. The more I listen to it, the more I want it on that.
I know all the best MCs in this city who could collaborate and make a bunch of hits, so.
Oh yeah,
This is the Killdoba. You breathe out fire after you eat Killdoba. There's also the
Everybody come on to my channel and watch
pretty much go on and die.
Probably focus on it once. Serious multitasking.
Yeah, watch the bunker hacks on my channel.
Man, I don't know if somebody who's on the street.
Oh yeah, give Maddix
Oh, Master,
They picked up some new tracks.
Yeah, let's see if we have any questions here. Let Maddix play BBR live. I don't know, you're kind of out of practice. You probably last as long as I
I won't be impressed at all, I promise you.
I was just curious, do you ever have a favorite BattleBears player?
Also, Maddix, watch my video
That's a
on
tough one.
music and BBR.
I thought Will was hilarious.
Okay.
I really liked Will.
Alright guys, gotta mute you guys real quick, just for a second. Alright, so we're muting Discord, it gets kind of crazy. So, which one? Will?
I thought Will was hilarious. I loved Will as part of it.
Chump Scout, that's his class name, he's
Yeah.
Chump Scout. So, yeah, Will was already in BattleBears -1. And I remember talking about him going through the maze at the end and getting left behind on the ship.
Will always just cracked me up.
Well, you were around during the evolution of Will. Yeah, because Will used to be called Tyler, and then based on a fan contest, we decided to call him Will. And partially based on the Wilmer scream. What was it
the
called?
Wilhelm
The
scream.
Wilhelm scream. Yeah,
Yes, as
yeah.
a sound design guy, I know exactly what
Exactly.
you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's a combination of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, it's the Wilhelm scream is one of the inspirations behind Will's name. Yeah.
Mhm. And if anybody ever just Googles or looks up Wilhelm scream, and you can find a clip of it, people have heard it thousands and thousands and thousands of times in movies. I mean, it's just a classic sound effect of someone sounds like they're basically falling off a cliff. You'll know exactly what it is. When
So
you hear
you mentioned that you're doing some music scores for movies as well, right?
I did my 4th movie just last year, and I got to do my first horror film, which was really fun. Yeah, and it was called Family Covenant.
Ooh.
And
That sounds scary.
it definitely had some creepy factor to it.
Is there a different approach you take to movie scoring versus game scoring?
Totally.
Yeah.
Because so all the movie scoring that I've done, I've been given edits, almost final edits, and I am literally composing music second by second to work with what's happening. And it's a whole different challenge than, for example, BattleBears -1. We said, write long, adventurous songs,
That's right.
and do the best we can to make them repeatable. Because, I mean, someone could play a level for a lot longer than 5 minutes, and the song for that level is going to need to loop. And so we tried to make everything loopable, but as long and as adventurous as possible. And so that, just knowing that and just allowing my brain to explode in adventurous thoughts and ideas and write those nice long tracks, to me, that was probably the most rewarding game to work on. Having the opportunity to write long, adventurous songs and get to a point to know exactly like, oh, well, here's where the electronic breakdown's gonna come, or oh, this is where my big melodic, the orchestration is gonna go crazy here, just it was
With the movie work, do you work with other artists, or is it also you do it a lot on your own as well? It depends.
With all of the movies I've done, I've 100% done them myself at this point.
Again, you guys are talking to the one-man shop right here, one-man studio.
So I've done 2 cyber thrillers. I did a local how would I say a local dark cult comedy for somebody where I had to write kind of really awkward music to fit really awkwardly humorous characters.
That's
and then
a challenge.
Yeah, and that was definitely my biggest challenge. And then scored this horror film, which actually won Best Indie Horror Film at Crypticon, Kansas. I was about to say Krypton Comics in Omaha. Crypticon, Kansas City, it won Best Indie Horror Film. So,
cool.
Win for everybody on the team who worked on that. Yeah.
What got you inspired to get into music?
I
mean, you've been doing it for a long time.
Obsessed with music since I was a child.
Yeah.
When I was 3 years old, my aunt, she gave me a copy of Michael Jackson Thriller for a Christmas present. She dubbed me a copy and gave it to me.
On a cassette tape?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right before CDs were the thing.
Yeah.
So I had a cassette that I listened to obsessively as a child before I started acquiring CDs. And that was my one cassette, was the Michael Jackson Thriller cassette, and I have just been obsessed with music ever since.
Wow.
It's just kind of been my side calling. It's
Nice.
I don't even know how to put it into words how important music is to me.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was the epic record of all time. I mean, I was really young back then, but That was insane. My first cassette was a soundtrack called Beat Street. I don't know if you heard of it, but that was like old school rap. But I used to play, rewind all the time. And obviously tried out my breakdancing career. Didn't last too long beyond the family weddings. But yeah, that was my first cassette. Yeah. So those things are important though. I think those first initial inspirations that got us started is important to always go back every now and then and listen to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I could still listen to that record anytime and love every second of it.
Oh,
you know, I have the whole thing memorized. I've had it memorized since I was probably 4. You know.
What are you listening to these days?
Oh, this day and age.
Are you busy like me? You don't have much time.
Well, funny you bring that up. I really don't have a whole lot of time to listen to a lot of new music because I'm very fortunate at this point to be working so much that I really don't have much of a chance. So my day job, the music that I play, a lot of other people have to hear it too. So we tend to just play a lot of oldies. So I'd say currently right now, I don't want to say sadly because I love oldies. I love classic music as well. But that's probably 95% of what I listen to this day, just by the way of my schedule, you know. So
cool.
Yeah. Some of the new records I've purchased lately, though. There is an amazing rapper who came out of Omaha, Nebraska, who is now on national status, named King ISO. Who put out an excellent record. Tech Nine's on this album, as well as a lot of other big names. I was talking to you about the battle rap scene around here before we got on live. Some of the most famous battle rappers in the United States are featured on this album as artists too. So that's a really, really great record. A rapper named Evidence just came out with an album that I really, really like. Let's see, what else new have I purchased lately?
That's cool. I mean, oh yeah, you're telling me about your vinyl collection.
Yes.
How many vinyl records do you own?
I haven't counted them for a while, but I'm somewhere in between 1,500 and 2,000 at this point. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I've been collecting vinyl for almost 10 years. You know, when I can afford it, I always have a list of old classic throwback jams that I want to put in my collection.
Nice. So let's bring the Discord crew back in and hey everybody, we're back. Sorry we had to take a break there.
What about those free-for-all contests?
We're having a slowdown issue on the server, so I can't reward people quick enough. So I gotta figure that out before we can bring back the free-for-all contest. But I do have some news for everybody. With Maddix here, I want to let everyone know that in honor of this event, of this reunion, we are increasing our Battle Royale gas prize to 10 gas cans per victor. 10 gas cans per victor. So if you play Royale now, you will win 10 gas cans. That is...
Go now.
Go, everyone go play Battle Royale.
Everyone go Battle Royale.
So thanks Maddix for kicking off that special. Yeah.
Also, give Maddix a hack BattleBears Royal account.
All right. So with that in mind, everybody, I'm not gonna be able to do any free-for-all contests today, but we'll be back. We'll be back next week. So thanks to the Discord crew. Sorry I can't stay too long. Gotta get back to work. But thanks for everybody for being here. And thanks to the YouTube crew for being here.
Yeah, sorry we were a little late on the live feed. We kind of couldn't stop like picking each other's brains, and I looked at my phone and was like, "Oh man, look at the time! Like we gotta get live." So
Yeah.
my bad.
I gotta go offline. We gotta go offline. I gotta talk to Maddix some more about BattleBears 2. We got a lot of things to discuss, and I got a lot of ideas I want to exchange. He's on to doing some really cool things, so I'm really glad that everybody got a chance to meet the talent behind the music of BattleBears. All right, everybody. All right.
Nice hanging with y'all.
It's nice seeing everybody.
Maybe we'll see you later.
Yep. See you guys next Friday on the TGIF. And thanks to this Discord crew and the YouTube crew. And until next time, see you on the battlefield.